to call upon these cards and the messages that they need to bring through right now, asking that we all be open to whatever message or interpretation we need to hear, whether it be through my own voice or through an inner voice or guidance that you hear on your own. I trust that these cards were pulled in this order to give these messages in alignment with the full moon and the energy that we're bringing in tonight. So I always pull 3 cards, or usually pull 3 cards, and I'm starting with the past card tonight. And our past card is the 3 of Wands. And 3, being really the sign of the feminine, this life, death, rebirth. And the 3 of Wands specifically representing new beginnings. And this is certainly what we went through in 2020 and what we've gone through in our past. We've been restructuring into a new normal and a new beginning, and we've been making a great shift from the patriarchy to the matriarchy. We're really learning to live more less out of our ego and more out of our heart. And if you look at this 3 of Wands card, we've got this green square right at the center, and the heart is green. Our heart chakra is green, so this is a reminder that these new beginnings, this growth, these new green seeds and green plants that are growing up into this new future right now, it's a positive thing, and it's all for the collective love of the greater good. Wands are a sign of magic. They're a sign of alchemy. We're being reminded that we've been going through a great change, a great shift. And also during this past, we've really been discovering our own magic. We've been discovering new gifts within ourselves. We've been discovering new ways that we're maybe attracted to different energies of the world. We've been really kind of learning about this law of attraction and this ability to co-create our reality, right? And I think that the 3 of Wands is really showing up right now at this full moon to remind us again to take note of the past and all of the beauty that's come out of it. Heart energy is about gratitude, so we need to hold gratitude for our past. We need to hold gratitude for the shift. We need to hold gratitude for the death and the rebirth, the life, this life cycle that we've gone through really at this pivotal time in the world, this pivotal time on this planet. We're a part of that right now. And so we need to find gratitude for that. And when we hold that gratitude, when we hold those seeds of showing thanks for everything that we've been through, it brings about the magic for us to continue to create that life that we are joyful for and thankful for. This card is also yellow. Yellow is the solar plexus. It's that sun, that joy, that zest, that bliss for life. So, sisters and brothers, I encourage you to really use this full moon to shine light on all that we've been through, and anything that's showing up in a negative light, shift your perspective, shift your groove, shift the way you view it, and find what you can be grateful for instead. Moving on to our present card. For the present card tonight, I pulled the Queen of Pentacles. And I pulled this card not too long ago as well, but I really love this because she reminds me of the lioness. She just looks like the lioness to me. She's got this crown, this beautiful cape. She's holding this, pentacle in the palm of her hand. She's holding this gift in the palm of her hand. And we're being reminded right now that this present moment is the gift. This shift that we're going through, it is the gift. All of these changes, this restructuring of the new normal, it is a present. And so we must behold it in that way. The Queen of Pentacles, the card itself represents loyalty, really remaining true in ourself and the things that we, true in ourself and the things that we believe in. She holds on to her own gifts, her own magic. She doesn't question it. And others don't question it either, because she's so authentically expressing herself with that lioness Leo energy that people just know that that's who she is. You know, in my own life, when I moved here to this little corner in Southeast Iowa 6 years ago, and I had the chance to have a new beginning, I told myself that I wasn't going to buffer myself or filter myself or hide a version of myself that wasn't comfortable in the way that I taught, in the way that I reached out to people. And I've always been about the moon. I've always been about astrology. I've always been about these woo-woo ways, and I've gone deeper into it as time has gone on, and there's just been no question. That's just who I am. And you know, it's just funny, even sometimes when I'm around town, people that don't really know me will be like, hey, you're like that moon yoga lady. And I'm like, yeah, I am. That's owning it, right? So this Queen of Pentacles brings about that energy right now. You know, we talk about, you know, really shining light on ourselves and really honoring ourselves right now and kind of giving ourselves credit where credit's due, but learning to filter it through the heart, like learning to find the ways that we love ourselves unconditionally, the things that we really get excited about ourselves about, if that makes sense. And the Queen of Pentacles is reminding us to look at that now. This full moon in Leo is shining down on that right now. So really look at yourself and get excited about yourself. Pump yourself up with all of the, you know, awesomeness that you are, all of awesomeness, I can't even say it, but the things that you've gone through, right, that have made you who you are. Because deep within it, you know, we can hold regret for our past, or we can hold disappointment, we can cling to our traumas, or we can use it to fuel our fires, to really live out our truest self. And I think that that's what the Queen of Pentacles is asking us to do in particular right now. Now, for the future card, I pulled the Eight of Swords, and I don't think I've pulled this card at all in our transmissions, at least not in the past year. 8 is the sign of infinity, and what's really coming through with me right now with this card is kind of that energy of what goes around comes back around, right? The 8, the infinity, it's balance, positive, negative, and just understand that, you know, every action that we have has a reaction. It's that collective beehive, queen bee energy, right? We just talked about that with the Pushya Nakshatra of this moon, but it's about knowing that energy is contagious and knowing that what goes around comes back around. What we focus on within ourselves will come back around in our external world, and vice versa. What we put out into the external world will come back into our internal world. It is a collective symbiotic relationship. Now we have to take into account the swords. Swords are a representation of cutting cords, cutting ties, slaying what no longer serves. We are in a time of restructuring, and specifically right now, if you're in North America, we just had a new president, you know, take office, and we are undoing, cutting cords, cutting ties around of the things that were set forth in motion with the previous powers to be, right? So we're making this great shift, and we're taking these swords and we're cutting away a lot of those things that were tied up, or a lot of those new knots that we had tied to kind of form these new bonds. Swords themselves also represent changes within ourselves. So this is a time when we need to release, right? Full moons are a time of release. We need to be releasing what doesn't serve. You know, we look at the pink around this card. Pink is also the color of the heart chakra. The heart chakra is unique. It has two colors, pink and green. So we're again being reminded to cut away what no longer serves our pure joy, our love of life, our passions, being a little selfish there, the things that turn us on. You know, if it's not turning us on, let's let go of it. And then the square here that's red, that does represent a little bit of root chakra, which is our past. We have to let go of our past in order to move forward. We can't cling to it. it ties us down, right? It's an anchor into some way that no longer serves us. So let's cut that tie, let's cut that rope, let's break that bondage and set ourselves free so we can rise up into this new earth, this new world, this new frequency. The Eight of Wands in particular, the card itself represents kind of a fall from ego. I don't think I have to say anything else. I'm not getting political here. We're not going to go into that because I have, to be honest, I have very 50-50 mixed views on politics right now. I really do. I wouldn't align with one party or another right now if you asked me to choose. I feel very stuck in the middle, undecisive, and unable to align with any of it. But with that, I will say that this Eight of Swords is representing a fall of ego. I think we're certainly seeing that happen on the collective now, especially in politics, policy, and government, especially in how we rule. It's also been a little bit of ego death that we've been going through personally. This past year has been a huge ego death. We have had to let go of expectations. We've had to let go of a lot of the things that we thought we deserved. We had to let go of a lot of the ways that we defined ourselves because we could no longer show up to those roles or to those layers of ourselves, to those masks, no pun intended. We couldn't put those types of masks on anymore. So this Eight of Swords is reminding us that the fall of the ego death is a good thing. The fall of the ego death makes space for our heart energy. The fall of the ego death helps us let go of our earthly human root ways, right? These earthly egoic ways, and it helps us vibrate into a more positive state of the collective. I'm not sure what I was trying to say there. The Eight of Swords reminds us that if we are feeling as if we are struggling right now, we need to ask for help. If we are feeling confused, lost, misunderstood, we need to ask for help. I mentioned the Pushya Nakshatra representing the guru's guru, right? The guru's guru being both within ourselves and knowing the wisdom to know when we need to seek help outside of ourselves, because they're both one and the same. When we seek out a guru, it's our energy reflecting back to us like a mirror. So this Eight of Swords is reminding us that sometimes we do need to ask for help. Sometimes we do need to seek out somebody else to help guide us along the way. And when we do that, it does assist us in the ease of that ego death. It's kind of a double-edged sword, and it helps us in two ways instead of just one. So, our past, Three of Wands, life, death, rebirth, a time of new beginnings, a time of new growth, a time to rediscover our joy and our magic and to trust in it as we move forward, creating a new reality. Our present card, the Queen of Pentacles, reminding us that this present time is a gift. Stop living in regret and disappointment. Let go of expectations. Find the gold in the right now. And live your life with this lioness energy. Live out of your truest, most authentic expression. When you do that, there will be no question to who you are. You will no longer have to lead a double-edged life. You will no longer have to wear the mask. Take the mask off. Live your authentic life. Let your lion voice roar, and you will rule this life with abundance and joy and bliss and ease. And for our future, the Eight of Swords, let's let go of the past. Let's let go of what doesn't serve. Let's let go of old generational ways that don't serve. Let's let go of past traumas that we're clinging to. Let's stop being a victim of our past and learn to own it as fuel for our future. let it be a story that makes you stronger. Don't let it be something that drowns you in the sorrows of your emotions. The Eight of Swords reminds you that what goes around comes around. Work on yourself first. Love yourself first. Prioritize yourself first, and it will shift to the collective around you as well. Christine says lion's breath. Release. Yes. Release with those lion's breaths. Great practice for releasing frustration. Great practice for nourishing your throat chakra and helping you to express that truest, authentic expression that the universe is practically drilling into our head right now. So let me know if you have any questions, tribe. We went a little over on our time, but we're coming up on this hour. And if we don't have any questions, any comments, anything we want to discuss or talk about, I will seal us with a few final breaths. But I'm going to grab a drink of water and give it just a second if anybody wants to put anything through. I want to talk about a few things, by the way, just real quick before we seal as well. So our next lunar transmission will be with the new moon in Aquarius. That is going to be on Lunar New Year. I'm so excited. Lunar New Year is technically February 12th, but we're kicking things off with that new moon on the 11th. So it's Thursday, February 11th, same time, 7:45 Central Time. We're going to gather up here on Facebook for a virtual new moon circle honoring Aquarius energy. It'll be an entirely different energy from where we're at now, just on a different level. And then I also wanted to mention just really briefly that my signature manifestation program, Conscious Creatress, this is for women only. This program is open now for enrollment through Valentine's Day. So if you're looking for a really beautiful way to love on yourself and give yourself something that you deserve, put your shift towards creating your new reality in this new earth, because now is the time. And this is why I'm opening up enrollment. We're going to start with the Lunar New Year, and we're going to work for 4 months together in this container, in this online program. It's all there for you. You go at your own pace, but there is an ability for you to check in with an online community with other sisters that have already done the work or sisters that are doing the work right now. I do the program again whenever I launch it and enroll new sisters. I also do the program myself because, like I said, new layers of healing are always coming up. But this container, this program is open for enrollment right now. Enrollment closes February 14th. We start the work with the Lunar New Year, with the new moon in Aquarius, and you work with my program for 4 months, creating the life of your dreams, creating some of these goals that you've always wanted to work on. And we do it all with the cycles of the moon. So it's really organic and really authentic to that, kind of divine feminine energy that we work with as women when we're working to consciously create whatever we're trying to bring through. Now, there's also a premium enrollment for that. If you want to actually personally work with me one-on-one, I do check in with the community, with the forum online, with the group if anybody has any questions. But if you want to work with me personally as you work through this program, I do have several spots available for premium enrollment. What does that mean? Well, that means that you get 2 private sessions with me each lunar cycle. You get a soul coaching session with me. We just meet for an hour. We chat, we talk, we bring up anything that you're going through, any guidance that I can give you along the way, any questions you have about the program. And then you also get a 1-hour Reiki energy session, an oracle card reading with me. It's all kind of done in the 1-hour transmission, but you get one of those each month at any time of your choosing, whenever you just need a little bit of extra guidance or clearing on your path to this creative process. So if this is, something that's really calling to you right now, I do encourage you to look into it. You can go to my website, vinalene.com. You click on my offerings. It's right there. You can read all about it. I also sent off a little blip about it in the e-newsletter today, but I will not open this up again until summertime. So you have from now until February 14th to sign up for Conscious Creatress. And if you don't sign up by then, enrollment will close until this summer. So I encourage you, if you are ready to go deeper on this manifestation journey, if you want to learn some real life tools and techniques, things that I have used in my own journey to create myself to where I am right now, literally holding a business where I go online and talk to you about the moon every 2 weeks, something I dreamed about 6 years ago, among many other things I'm doing with my life. If you want that sort of future, if you see that life, I highly encourage you to look into this program. It's got a lot of work. I really have talking about heart energy. I have poured my heart and soul into that program, literally created that program with my child at my breast, one hand on the computer last year during the midst of a pandemic about to happen, not knowing that was what's going to happen in the process. It was a crazy year, but I'm so excited that I have this program available now. So as my little sales pitch, I wasn't planning on doing that, but I just want to let you know that enrollment is open for that. There is a monthly payment option to help it become more affordable for you. If you do want to pay in full, you do save a little bit of money that way as well. Yes, there is a monthly payment option for the premium enrollment as well. So if you want to work with me personally, one-on-one, you get my time, whether it's live or if you're not close, we do it distantly, you get that option as well. Okay, letting my throat chakra vibrate out from there. I just want to say thanks for tuning in. Thanks for staying a little longer with me tonight. Thanks for collectively bringing in your lion-hearted energy into this transmission. I look forward to hearing how your full moon goes. Feel free to comment on this video after. Feel free to drop me a message if you need anything after as well. And have fun with your fire burning ceremonies. If you're doing that tonight, have fun however you honor this full moon in Leo. We've got a lot of prana right now to bring in a lot of bliss and excitement around this lunar energy and this lunar portal of change. So with that, I think that we will all take our 3 deep breaths together to seal our circle. I'm going to sweep my arms overhead. Inhale and join me if you like. Open mouth, exhale. Sending you so many blessings with this Leo full moon. May your hearts and your souls be on fire for a life you truly love. May you live to your authentic expression at all times. And so it is, and so it is, and so it is. Thank you, sisters and brothers, for joining. I look forward to seeing you February 11th with our new moon circle in Aquarius. Blessed be. Namaste.